Okay, so we did the elevations and the section and floor plan. Floor plan is at elevation is at 1/8 inch scale, floor plan and section is at 1/4 inch scale. As for the perspectives, like I said, perspectives are not to scale. It just comes in, you can't measure it. You cannot measure perspective. You can kind of reference a scale to it by putting people and stuff like that. So what we can do is to select a paper that's already made, and perhaps that works, perhaps that doesn't. And that barely fits, okay? If you brought in a what you can call it, the perspective very small, actually that might work.
Yeah, actually it may.
But that might work. But we'll just say that it doesn't. That's not exactly the size that we want. So what I can do is just to simply select the thing and then scale this object up. So now I'm not going to do a scale factor. I'm just going to go from the base point, which is that, and the second point, which is that, and just stretch it so that it's about the size that I want. Okay. If I do so, then I can kind of center it up on my paper, and voila, there you have it. All I have to remember is that this paper that I made was for the 1/4 inch scale. So if I had used the 1/8 inch scale paper, same thing. Instead of scaling it up, all I have to do is select it, scale, and then same thing from the base point to, since we're not using a scale factor, we're gonna do the hand picking stuff. So that's the second point, and then I'm gonna shrink it down to about the size that I want it on the screen. And now I should be able to center it up onto the board. Now, all I have to remember is that when I go and print this, that this is an 1/8 inch scale paper, okay? Let's cut the recording there so I could go on to another.